Wow, do we have a special treat for you guys today? What is it? We're out doing another walk and talk around a town that we've never been to before. I think you're going to enjoy checking it out, and it might be someplace you want to move to. Which town is it? Stick around, let's find out. Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave, and today we're going to be taking a quick look at Fruitland. Yeah, we've never been there before. I've been there many times, but I think we need to go take a look at it. We're going to start our trip today over here across the river in Ontario. Why? Well, because they don't have sales tax here. So if you live in Fruitland, you might come across the river and shop without sales tax. But I also want to show you why we don't live here. So there's some good things and some bad things about Ontario. One of the great things is, yes, they've got Chester's chicken. And we just went over there and had a big fill of gizzards. Oh, it's fantastic. But so that's the good stuff. And of course, with the good, there's always some bad. Maybe it's not bad, I don't know. But they have right across the street, there's a big cannabis connection place. You need to go get your marijuana. It's all legal here. Heck, I think heroin's legal in this state. And then over by this sign, you can see the homeless people. Yeah, you don't see that so much in across the river in Idaho. But anyway, speaking of Idaho, let's get ourselves on over there. So what's always a fun thing to do after spending some time in Ontario, Oregon? That's right, go across the bridge and get back to Idaho. And that's exactly what we're doing. But while you're over here in Oregon, there are some nice places to shop. We've come across a couple dispensaries, an adult smoke shop. Oh, there's Hot Box CBD right there. And yes, this is as much fun as we've had here. We're going to have to bid our fair neighbor adieu. Oh, look how polite they are. Oregon thanks you. Come back soon. Nice. Bless their hearts. And I think this must be the river underneath of us. I think that's the Snake. And here we are. Welcome to Idaho. Starting to feel better already. So let's go explore Fruitland and get a good look at it. All right, so here we are, taking it easy in Crestview Park. Kind of one of the hidden gems of Fruitland. Actually, it's not so hidden. It's right there on the main street next to City Hall and the post office, which is right behind us. It's a cute little park, isn't it? I want to say that must be the school across the street. There's a post office, clean restrooms, people are having a picnic right there. Very nice. The big old trees that you'd expect in a downtown. Cute little park. That's kind of cool, huh? I have no idea what it is. I guess it's the entrance to the park. I'm happy with that. So that over there looks like the old something school, probably the old high school. It's the Classical Academy, a classical education for modern times. Well, that certainly sounds interesting. Huh. And here's a notice about the Snake River Canyon Scenic Byway. And why? Because just not, I don't know, a mile and a quarter to our west from right here is the Snake River, which there's a lot of beauty along that, all the way from south of Marsing up to north of Payette. So might be something once you get moved up here and you have some time just to go check things out. I think you'll enjoy doing that. Or maybe you're coming up for a long weekend to do your fact-finding trip, and we're just going to go check some things out. So here on our left is the post office. It's a pretty nice looking post office, huh? It's certainly newer than the one that we have in Nampa, but I think ours has a lot of character, so I think we'll just keep it the way it is. Flags. Remind me after a while, we'll talk about flags. Got something on my mind I got to share with you. Hey, and I see over there is the laundry basket. I think it's a laundromat, But if it was the French Laundry Basket, I wouldn't be surprised if we'd find Governor Newsom in there. Huh. Okay, it might have been a stretch, but some of you guys get that, right? So they have a nice wide street down here. What you see here for like the next 3 blocks is pretty much the downtown area. Oh, this building's for sale. Hey, anybody want to open up a storefront? Here it is. Wild. So, you know, a couple things about Fruitland, or as my friend that was raised here calls it Fruity Land. Kids. It's got about 5,000 for population. So it's not huge, but it's not, you know, so tiny that it's in danger of blowing away. 53 minutes northwest from Boise. I guess that depends on who's driving. That's cool. That old Ford, and you can almost imagine that old gas station across the street back when maybe this Ford was brand new. I could see that. That's pretty cool. All right, so leave your comments below and tell me, should I get one of those to go do showings in? That would be kind of fun. I think I'd have a good time doing that. The green building down at the end of the street is an old church. Kind of cool. Ironically dubbed the Big Apple of Idaho, the name comes from all the orchards close by. That's pretty wild. So, you can come up here and you go back home, come up here for a vacation, and when you go back home and say, yeah, I went to the Big Apple. You don't have to tell them which state. Farmers Mutual Telephone Company. Huh. Doug's Playroom. That sounds interesting too, huh? In a little bit, we're going to go check out what I've known Fruitland for, which is all their produce stands. And they have all sorts of local produce there, you know, when it's in season. And it's good prices, very fresh. Buildings are kind of interesting, huh? Interesting. Well, I have to tell you, that was about it for downtown. I do have a couple other things I want to show you. I want to show you those fruit stands. And I want to go walk through a couple neighborhoods so you kind of get an idea of what homes are like here. Yes, I am a Trump 2024. Interesting. Do you guys get those where you're at? So as I'm walking all the way back to Crestview Park, all 4 blocks of it, which is, you know, quite a feat for us chubby people, right? Anyway, I did want to remind you, if you think that Idaho might be the place for you, but you want more information, please let us know. Give us a call, text, email, whatever. We've all made that relocation journey, and we've all checked out these other places. Like I went all the way to the other end of Tennessee and stopped every place in between, and never really felt at home till I got to Idaho. I'm not saying Fruitland is going to be the place for you, but it might be. Anyway, give us a text. And if you like this video, please go ahead and share, like, subscribe. That helps out so much. So let's get on down to that fruit stand. Come on. So here's one of those produce stands. We're just south of Fruitland, a couple miles, and just north of the freeway. Which one? We only got one. Here, take a look. So there's not a whole lot going on right now, but they are open. Just look at the views around here though. Got some snow on those mountains way over there. There's Treasure Valley Aaron. He's such a shutterbug. And good night if we don't have a food truck over there. And then right down the road is another one. Let's go take a look. Here we are just a couple miles down the road by that other produce stand. Here, take a look. And they always have a good selection in there too. Exit 3, yep, right off the freeway. Looks like some industry going on around here too. There's your gas station right there, and right over there's a bar. On this side of the bar is this really nice nursery. I know a lot of you guys might have an interest in going to like military museums and stuff like that. But you know, over here at Fruitland, they do things just a little bit differently. You can come over here and buy your old surplus equipment right here. I see some, what was that, a deuce and a half? The Corvette. Hold it. I don't think there's such a thing as a military Corvette, is there? There are all sorts of trucks over there and some other kind of equipment. Might look good in your garage. Did you guys need another project? So when you're in the Fruitland area, you don't have to go with an existing house. We don't have as many builders over here that we do, say, down in the Boise, Meridian, Nampa area. But one that we do have here is Agile Homes. Here, take a look. Here in Fruitland. And here's a couple of their model homes. That's where their office is too. And they make some really nice homes. They do spec homes, and you know, where the house is already built or underway and not quite completed yet. Or they also, you can come in and do your own semi-custom. They have different floor plans you can choose from. They have a design center here on the bottom of this place. You can go in and pick out your colors and fabrics or whatever. So just another option. And they'll also build a home on your land. So if you have a little bit of land outside of town here and you want to you know, build a home on it or whatever, then these are good people to go. Last time I talked to them, wasn't that long ago, they were several months booked out. So I mean, that's what happens when you get real good. So, but it is an option. But let's go look at some existing homes. So yeah, even though Fruitland is kind of a older town, you know, it's a agriculture, fruit type of a place from way back, there's still some real nice places to live around here. To wit, this neighborhood here. I see they still have a couple empty lots, so maybe you want to grab a builder and come snag one of these. Well, let's take a look. Some really nice homes. Obviously they're newer. The landscaping, the trees and stuff are still fairly small. But did you notice one thing? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There's the welcoming committee. Hi, buddy. Oh, she's just fine. There we go. So one thing you might have noticed up and down this street is all the flags. And we talked about flags a little bit earlier. So what brings that up today, huh? Well, you might want to know that the Idaho legislature passed and the governor signed some legislation dealing with HOAs. In the business we call them HOs, but you might know them better as an HOA, a homeowners association. You know, those things that kind of enforce the rules for a particular community. So what did this law that goes into effect on July 1st, what does it do? Well, apparently it streamlines the process so people can understand, people, I mean like homeowner residents, can understand more of what it actually means. Wow, these are some fabulous houses, aren't they? So it does streamline some things. It makes reporting and stuff like that more easy for you. And for instance, it's like the HOA has to notify you by the January 1st of every year about the fees and what they cover and what they're used for and things like that. Also, it takes all these various different laws that they've had on the books dealing with HOAs and puts them under one place, so you can kind of read them yourselves and figure things out. And so some of the other things it does. And so Idaho code trumps the CCNRs, or the HOA rules. So, and one of those things that is in this new legislation has to do with the flag right there. And that is that flags of the state, Idaho, U.S. branches of the military, POW, MIA, or the good old stars and stripes up there. You can have those, and nobody can tell you different. I think you have up to 3 flagpoles, depending on how the arrangements are. But yeah, you can have your flag, and you can let the world know that, you know what, you're not in California anymore. Oops, hold it, I meant to say something else. I don't know what it was, but so some of the other things that HOAs can no longer do is they can no longer forbid political signs. I think the HOAs can limit what size, meaning you couldn't have a 4 foot by 8 foot in front of this beautiful house over here. But the regular signs that you put in your front yard, political speech, mind you, right? Wow, look at that place right there. Nice. Solar panels cannot be prohibited. So, solar is not such a thing up here as it is in other places where electricity is so stinking expensive. But we do see some homes with some solar panels on them. And what else? And the HOA can't come in and say, well, we're going to make this restrictive thing that falls outside of those things I just talked about, political signs, whatnot. But anything that the HOA puts together after you've signed your documents for when you moved into this neighborhood, they can't make it stick to you. It can be for people that moved in afterwards, but for you, you're good. So that's some of the good information. This is just out today by our friends over at boisedev.com. And if you haven't signed up for them, I suggest you do that, because they send you an email every weekday morning with some good information. It's completely free, and it's certainly worth twice the price. So this is a fantastic, this would be a nice upscale neighborhood even in Eagle, right? But all of Fruitland isn't like this. It is an older town, and I want to go take a look at that to kind of get some balance, so you guys get a full picture of what Fruitland's all about. Come on. And here's another part of town with some older houses, and you know what? They're kept up pretty nice too. Here, take a look. So it's pretty quiet area. Looks like this might be a fourplex here on the corner. Must be trash day. But everything looks pretty good. And there's some older houses coming up on either side. So let's take a quick look. I know you want to know about those. And also, you probably realize that this is a real estate YouTube channel. So I want to give you a little bit of real estate information about what's going on in Fruitland today. And as of today, there are 11 homes on the market. That's new homes, existing homes, everything all together. There's 11 homes. So not a lot of turnover up here. The median number of days that those 11 homes have been on the market, or whatever homes have been on the market, is 7. So I don't care how you slice it, that's still a pretty darn hot market. The median high price for the homes that are currently on the market is $559,000. I'm going to say up here it's going to get you one of those really nice houses, maybe that we're just looking at. The median low for homes currently on the market is $330,000. And that's, appreciably lower than what you'll see down in, Nampa, Meridian, Boise for sure. Let's see, we got Patriots on this street too. And then the median price for the house is currently on the market is $439,000. So that's probably about the ballpark that you'd be expecting to get a house up here. Now, what about houses that have sold? That's where the actual rubber hits the road. So in the last 30 days, we've had 18 houses sell. And the the median days on the market for those homes that sold in the last 30 days is 3 days. That's very quick. And the median high for those homes, the highest price was $680. No, I'm saying the median. The actual highest price was $680. The actual lowest price was $299. And then the median, there we go, get my terminology right. Those gizzards are just messing with my head. The median price of those sold in the last 3 days is $417. So the median price for those on the market, $439. Median price for those sold in the last 3 days, $417. So you might be able to come up here and get something a little bit below asking price. It'll be somewhere in there. So this is a little quick tour of Fruitland, or as my buddy Shelly says, Fruityland. And I hope you liked it. We got to see different things. We actually got out of the car and walked around and showed you stuff. I know not all those agents that you see on YouTube are going to do that, but I gotta tell you, I just ate 1,500 calories worth of gizzards. I can't sit behind that wheel all day long. I tell you what, I'll explode. But if you found this video interesting and thinks maybe there's somebody else that might get something out of it, please go ahead and share, like, subscribe. That would be so fantastic. It helps so much. And if you think that Idaho might be a place you want to explore just a little bit more, give us a call, text, email, ask us those questions. We'd love to answer them. And yeah, we're looking forward to welcoming you up here. And as always, well, this is Treasure Valley Dave, looking forward to helping you get home.